I think they're getting more and more angry. But she did say, it's absolutely not right that Catherine is the one who walks in front of me or does the things that I would like to do, because I am a self-made person and I know how to do things much better than her. She's done nothing, and I'm just not taken advantage of. So I don't know it's entirely the fact that she feels it's black v white, but it's the fact that she thinks she's absolutely powerful.
And the world has been shocked by the incredible cancer-free video of Catherine, the Princess of Wales. But were there secret meanings behind many of the awe-inspiring moments in the video? Angela Levin, Prince Harry's and Queen Camilla's biographer, joins me now. Angela, before we talk about the video in general, I've been dying to know, you've got some information about the secret symbols in that video, don't you? What can you tell us?
Yes, I didn't got the information. I knew it. I knew these things. So we saw that she let a white butterfly fly away out of her hand. That was the last thing you showed there. And it's a symbol of transformation, rebirth, hope, freedom, and love. That's what butterflies mean, actually. And people keep them. If somebody gets very ill, they get a butterfly. Sometimes they get a butterfly brooch. Sometimes they find one and they feel that this person is talking to them and looking after them and make them feel much better. The other thing there, which was right at the end, was a white feather which blew away. And feathers are all to do with trust, honor, strength, wisdom, power, and freedom. So there you have two sides of this wonderful woman, where she says things. She spoke beautifully. She said, in a way, everything she needed to say. But these were two symbols of what she wanted to prove, that she cares on both sides for all of this. And she does feel she has strength and wisdom. And she does feel that this is a rebirth. And there's a sort of freedom and certainly a lot of love. The whole feeling in that wonderful 3 minutes video was that love is beyond anything there.
Yeah, it's really interesting, actually, that you use the phrase rebirth, because I keep thinking that this video illustrates not just Catherine being reborn, but William and Catherine as a couple being reborn too. Obviously, it's been an incredibly stressful time for them both, but their love is stronger than ever. And I think they are making the point to the world, aren't they, that forget the rumors, we are completely united and we will do this together.
Yes, well, William is particularly private. He doesn't want anyone to know anything about his private life. And this shows suddenly, boom, he's changed. He thinks it's more important to show how much he loves his wife and children than actually being very sort of locked in. I mean, the late Queen Elizabeth would have been quite shocked, very shocked. But we move on, and in a new generation have different things that are important. And here it seems very much family and very much love. And he missed out on a happy family when he was young, but he's been given this by the Middletons and certainly by his wife. And it's changed him. And the children come in as well. They're not left on the outside, or they mustn't hear about it. They knew that they were being filmed, and they wanted to show how happy and jolly they were. And I thought that was very, very moving, very, very moving.
Yeah, it was. And it was a totally different side of Catherine. And I do not blame her at all, Angela, for wanting to do this. Think of what she's had to put up with. Not just the past 9 months in terms of her devastating diagnosis and then the chemotherapy that follows, which absolutely changes someone. It is a terrible, terrible thing to go through. But the most revolting speculation about her marriage, about her state of mind, about her appearance, about whether she's even alive. And I would say, actually, this cancer diagnosis has given her the confidence now to say, no, I am going to be me, and I am going to put my love for William and my love for the children in public with no shame and no fear and no concern about royal protocol. And to be honest, Angela, after all of the despicable, disgusting things that were thrown at her, I fully endorse that. And I've been really shocked, actually, to read people like Liz Jones in the Daily Mail, who previously have been hugely supportive of Catherine and William, being really vile about this video. I just don't get it.
Well, I think some people very much like to be negative, and that's what they are. But actually, who cares what she thinks? That doesn't matter at all. I think that Catherine, who was very shy about speaking to the public, and William helped her. She was shaking with nerves, and when she sat down, he'd always put his arms around her because she found it very difficult. It is difficult. He was speaking to huge numbers, and now she can do that, and I think it's up to her how she feels. I also feel quite strongly that the king would support her in many ways, because he's not always about facts and this sort of thing. I mean, nature and fresh air and being healthy when you walk and seeing beautiful places that was made by God. I think he would feel, he adores her, and I think he would feel very proud of her. I wouldn't be annoyed in any way, actually. There's that butterfly again.
So
and
symbolic.
Yes, and I think that that's right. You can't let everybody love you or like what you're saying. You just have to pick what you want to do and then get on with it. I mean, she doesn't hurt anybody. This is very positive. This is a lovely, happy family with children who've understood what their mothers had and been very lovely to her. You can see that in the video, and you know, there's also nasty people, and you just have to shut your mind. And I think that's one of the reasons why William, in particular, doesn't want to see his brother. He doesn't want to start a whole argument. You just shut the door and get on with your life.
Well, I'm totally with you. I'm totally with you, because the thing is, Angela, think of all of the criticism that they had earlier this year. Oh, you're not talking to the public enough. You're not giving us enough information. You're the ones that are allowing the conspiracies to run rampant because you're being so private. Then she does something which is deeply private and deeply personal, and she's still criticized. So I think it was the right thing to do. Just the one other thing that I thought, Angela, when I was watching the video yesterday and thinking about what it means for Catherine to be out of the chemotherapy treatment, even though she's not yet what you would describe as cancer-free, and there's still a long road. And I was just thinking about how astonishing it was that Harry didn't ask William anything about it when they were together in the same room at Lord Fallow's funeral.
Well, they weren't talking at all, and I think that was very clear. I think if he'd have asked something, William would have been furious. I think it's best they didn't speak, because it would be a turmoil. I think to try and be friends when there's so much to deal with, they need weeks to sort it out. But Harry is still going on about an apology, and he's attacking William now. He's obviously not getting anywhere with the king, and no one's letting him to see his sister-in-law. He always wanted her as a sister that he never had, and yet he also wants to call her, she was somebody he married because she'd fit into the royal family, not because he loved her. And I think that would have made William absolutely incandescent. And I think they wouldn't want to talk about that at a funeral. If he'd have said, "How is Catherine?" he would have said, "I'm quite sure," not said anything or turned away.
Yeah, because he wouldn't have wanted the information leaked to the American media, would he?
Yeah, well,
But
exactly.
mm,
That's the
yeah,
trouble. When you do things like that, you can never be trusted again.
no, and they never
Can't
should
put that
trust them
back.
again.
Yeah, absolutely.
But look, speaking of Prince Harry, I did want to ask about this absolutely tasteless stunt from the Duke of Sussex yesterday. I actually couldn't believe it, Angela. I had to check that it actually happened to make sure it was true, but it was. So Catherine posts her video at 4:29 UK time. And then, like clockwork, at 6:09 UK time, so literally 90 minutes after Catherine's announcement, that is all the time Harry decided to give her before Netflix release the first promotion for his new Polo documentary series produced by Archewell that they say follows elite global players and offers an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at the fast-paced world of the sport. Now, the thing is, if this was a one-off, Angela, if this was a one-off, we could give the guy benefit of the doubt. But you know, and I know, this happens virtually every time there is some sort of major announcement from William and Catherine. Harry decides within a couple of hours to release his own announcement and to take some sort of attention away from Catherine. And the thing is, all he needed to do, Angela, was make one phone call to Netflix. That was it. One phone call to Netflix. Look, I've just seen this video released by Catherine. If this was pre-planned, just hold off. Just hold off a day or two. But of course he didn't.
No, I'm not entirely sure about him. I'm the first one to criticize him a lot. I'm not entirely sure because I think he's very upset that Netflix are doing all these pre-filming, showing people what it might be, how wonderful it is to understand what polo is all about. And he's not in it. They haven't put him in any of the early shots. So although it's still with the Archie Foundation, there's obviously are diminishing his part in this series. But what's quite obvious is that it's not coming out till December. There was absolutely zero necessity to bring it out now in September. We'd all forget about it. I don't think it's the least bit interested. Any man I've asked, are you interested in polo? They said, oh my God, no. I don't think it's a great big deal. But they're doing something that is most peculiar, and I can't quite get my head round it. He's not in it, but he is in it. It's very, very boring. It's for people who've got loads of money, and it's not coming out to Christmas, which is a very funny time to do it because the weather's so awful. I can't imagine what's going in their minds, but it's not good. And it will just not be very many people seeing it. And that maybe will give them an excuse to say, we're not going to do anything anymore with Harry.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Look, I just thought all it takes is one phone call, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because we also, Angela, have had no public comment from Harry and Meghan.
They must be furious.
Congratulating Catherine on finishing her treatment, for example. Nothing.
Yes, well, they're eating themselves up with anger. They're very cross. They don't like it when the William and Catherine do one over on them. They're not doing one over. They're just saying how they are and what they feel. But they are. I think they're getting more and more angry. I think this is one reason that makes them do these phony royal trips. They got another one planned quite soon, maybe two. And they're doing that because they know this is a wonderful way to really antagonize everybody and have a free trip. It is shocking. They really need to, after 4 years, I was looking this afternoon at my book I wrote on Harry and how he felt. And you think, actually, he's the same on so many things. He's not growing up at all. He just is stuck, and it's tragic, really. And Meghan is actually determined to win everything and to beat them, but she can't. I mean, that video was just amazing. Every single word had been thought out. The music was beautiful, the lighting was beautiful, and she looked wonderful.
I know, but imagine Meghan's anger at that, because she hates any time Catherine gets good publicity. She hates it, and she thinks it's unfair, and she thinks, oh, it's all because people prefer Catherine because she's white. No, it's nothing to do with that. It's to do with the fact that she's a very different type of person to you.
Yes, but you see now from this video how wonderful Catherine has been, and that our feelings about her and the way that she's actually honoured her position and honoured the family so much. You can see really more of what her soul is like, and that's very amazing to see. Whereas Meghan is very dark, and it's don't feel the same way. I mean, she did say to it was what she, I can't remember who she sent it to, but she did say, you know, it's absolutely not right that Catherine is the one who walks in front of me or does the things that I would like to do, because I am a self-made person and I know how to do things much better than her. She's done nothing, and I'm just not taken advantage of. So I don't know, it's entirely the fact that she feels it's black v white, but it's the fact that she thinks she's absolutely powerful. Yep. And therefore, you know, Catherine is not, because she didn't have the same as she's got, the same qualities and experience. Of course, that's absolute nonsense.
No, that makes a lot of sense, though, actually, when you describe it that way.
Over the past year, Princess Catherine has faced significant personal and health challenges. Throughout that period, public interest in her well-being remained extraordinarily high. When Catherine gradually returned to public engagements, the response was immediate and overwhelmingly positive. Crowds gathered to see her, media coverage intensified, and royal supporters praised her resilience and dignity. Many observers described her return as a defining moment for the modern monarchy. Rather than diminishing her popularity, the challenges she faced appeared to strengthen her connection with the public. As a result, Catherine's standing has reached new heights. Several royal commentators have described Catherine as reborn. The term reflects the perception that she has returned with renewed confidence, purpose, and public support. Observers point to her calm approach, her focus on family, and her commitment to royal duties as key reasons for her enduring popularity. Many believe she now occupies an even more influential position within the royal family than before. Her appearances often generate positive headlines and widespread admiration. For supporters of the monarchy, Catherine has become a symbol of stability during a period marked by uncertainty and change. The success of Catherine's return has also influenced the broader narrative surrounding the royal family. For Buckingham Palace and supporters of the monarchy, her popularity provides a sense of continuity and stability. It reinforces confidence in the future leadership of Prince William and Catherine. Meanwhile, stories involving Harry and Meghan often focus on challenges, speculation, and controversy. As a result, the contrast between the two couples continues to shape headlines around the world. Whether fair or not, these comparisons have become a defining feature of modern royal coverage. Looking ahead, Catherine's role is likely to become even more prominent. As Prince William prepares for future responsibilities, Catherine will remain one of the most important figures in the monarchy. Her popularity gives the royal family a significant asset as it navigates changing public expectations. For Harry and Meghan, the challenge will be finding ways to focus attention on their own projects, achievements, and charitable work rather than being constantly compared to their royal relatives. How successfully they accomplish that may determine the next chapter of their public journey. The claims that Harry and Meghan are frustrated by Catherine's resurgence remain matters of speculation. However, what is undeniable is the remarkable level of public support the Princess of Wales currently enjoys. Her return to public life has generated admiration, strengthened her standing within the monarchy, and reinforced her importance to the future of the royal family. As always, the relationship between the Waleses and the Sussexes continues to fascinate audiences around the world. What do you think? Has Princess Catherine emerged stronger than ever, or are media comparisons between the two couples being overplayed? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more royal news, analysis, and commentary. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.